know. Last week this nigga was trying to rumble me, man.
I ain't dealing with this nigga.
Oh shit. Shout out to all the Nets, man. Shout out to all the Nets. Where we at?
Nigga said we fucking live, yo. Before y'all start talking all that shit, we live, nigga. We live, yeah. We in this bitch.
Cut that shit.
Can we start with our usual? I'm gonna wait for it.
It's kind of hard. Let me see.
Oh, okay. What's that?
Gunna starting with something.
I meant to. You saying I don't want to signal it.
Hit me.
At least put the shit towards the mic a little bit. Nigga, you can't hear the shit.
Speak over there.
I said the mic.
Oh.
I disconnected from that joint.
It's in the back. They hear it. Hey. All right, we finally get the podcast started.
Okay. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. Every Wednesday, I promise you. It's extended. All right. Thank you.
Nigga said it's extended.
All right. Release the Snyder cut. No, we good, bro. We good. Hey, man, listen. Episode 104.
I think,
Man, listen.
I think it's 104, 104, man.
I be fucking up.
I start losing track of the episodes, man. I'm sorry, man. Episode 104, Literally Speaking podcast. I am 1/3 of the podcast. I go by the name of Tom Floss. Welcome. Well, I'm here with.
You already know what it is, Boosie 215, your favorite host at the most.
Just go ahead, bro.
Gunna Fly, Mr. Two Wise, Mr. Macaulay Culkin.
See how niggas got like 6 different AKAs.
Listen, but that been my shit. Boosie wanna add on some new shit.
Now niggas the host with the most. All right, man.
Tom is here this week, okay?
Hey, yo.
Whatever applause at.
Hey, yo.
We here.
Gunna, you supposed to be my fucking man. Like, yo.
We
I'm
here.
about to start getting up rumbling you, nigga. Fuck that.
We here. And we joined by a guest, man, for the 8th straight episode. But we don't not just do for the city. I'm not even gonna hold you.
Damn, bro, I'm the 8th one?
Duh.
That's crazy.
Bro, look, right? It been a lot going on, man. I wish I can expand on that, but it been a lot going on, man. We doing this, you know, for the city. We feel like, you know, we trying to give people a platform to come on here and, you know, talk their shit, man. Anybody that's, you know, we feel as though is worthy of coming up here with us, because we don't let anybody come here with us. Yeah. You know, if you want, you know, you check my DM and see how many people, you know, in my DMs. But yeah, I had to have my guy up here, man. You want to introduce yourself because Boosie is known for fucking up the introductions for our guests and shit.
Yeah, I mean, I was just gonna come in and say Armani White, but now I gotta, you know what I mean? I'm next to Macaulay. What do you call it?
Macaulay Culkin.
You might be Michael Jackson for all that.
Nigga said, "What you Macaulay?" I ain't got no shit like that.
Yo, man.
Yo, my man, we got Armani White here on episode 104, Literally Speaking podcast. Shy, you can bring in the applause again.
It sounded like Shy had a gun loaded or some shit. I don't know what the fuck I heard.
You had a gunshot?
I thought I heard like something. What the fuck is that in the back?
No, man, no. He ain't that type of rapper.
Said we got Armani White and start sending shots and shit.
Man.
Right, yeah. Start sending shots.
He ain't that type of rapper, man. Shout out to everybody listening right now, though, man, on Spotify. Keep listening on Spotify. I'm tracking those numbers now. I see what the hell y'all listening at. Our ratio between, like, male and women right now are, like, crazy. It's like...
All male.
Yeah, it's like 79%.
You don't think I know? You don't think I know?
Ken, what's going on, man? Ken, we need you to at least say a word so we can get, like, the females listening.
Deja, where the fuck is you at?
That, too.
And
That was Deja's job.
Kim listens on Spotify, so maybe she helping out our female ratio.
No, but this ain't a misogynistic podcast. So Kim, we're gonna let you say 2 words so that way the females can, you know, feel empowered, and then that way, you know, they'll want to listen.
That'll solve it.
That means something.
That's it.
Hey, man, females.
2 words to get
2 words.
world peace.
Yeah.
Yo, man. Yo, just shout out to all the women that is listening to us, man. Tell your friends to tell a friend to tell another friend to listen to us, man. Real
Facts.
rap.
I thought about having, you know, more women up here.
Hey, yo,
know.
and shout out to all our YouTube subscribers, man. I see them subscribers
going up,
man.
They going up.
Yo, finish hitting the link on that. Well, not the link, but you already know the red button, man.
Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google Play, you know, the Android people. Everybody that's listening, I appreciate all y'all. Shout out to everybody that's in the last week's episode with Kanye Mac, and let's talk about it. sis. It was a
Yes, man.
It was a good episode,
yes,
man. It was a good episode.
Thank you for Connie for coming through last week. That shit definitely was good.
Definitely was a dope episode.
Yeah, that was a good episode, man. She did her thing, man. She was talking shit, and I fucked with it.
You could tell she's a blogger. You could definitely tell she's a blogger, though.
That's a Scorpio, man.
You could
That was a
definitely tell she's a
Scorpio,
blogger.
man.
Yeah, I feel like Boosie felt like it was a connection. Like when she had her first episode, Boosie wouldn't be up there.
Yeah, man. It was a Scorpio vibe.
So you
going
could talk
on.
about fucking Gucci Man all podcasts. Because we ain't doing that shit on this podcast. I tell you that now.
Right, because we definitely talked about my man Gucci last week, and Gunna all like, yo, did we talk about Gucci? Yes, nigga, we talked about
Bro,
that
sometimes I don't know where
forgot
Gunna be
about
at,
that
bro. Yo, what they Gunna say though? And I'm like, bro, like where? Like, do you check the internet, bro? Like,
Gunna, I don't know what Gunna. I told you he be out protesting some fucking where. Like, that's all he do all
Trying to
week,
make a
dog.
difference in the
Trying to-
city, nigga.
Yeah, that's all this nigga do, man. He don't never check his phone.
Yo, man.
yo, I want you to start doing that.
I do check my phone. It's just not in a timely fashion.
Like
That's all.
Boosie got to put in there, please, Gunna, please check your phone.
I feel like if somebody hit me and I'm doing some shit for another like 2 hours, it's over. Like, yeah, I'm not checking anything that happens 2 hours.
2 hours for you, 2 months for him though.
Yeah, no, I'm saying like if I don't hit you back within 2 hours, expect me to hit you back in 2 months. Like, damn, bro, my bad, I forgot all about this joint.
My man. Exactly.
That's just how it go.
No,
But not when you in a group chat. You know what I'm saying? Like, we in a
All
group.
right.
And the messages is like,
But check this out though, my nigga. Look, the group chat be like, yo, who gonna trade me Damian Lillard? Who gonna give me Drew Brees? Yo, who got Odell Beckham? And then there'll be like 16 of that shit.
Yeah.
Then there'll be like 2 messages about some real shit that I should have read. I missed it because there's some more bullshit came.
Right.
It's like,
Yo.
that means be in the mix with us.
Yeah.
Be in the mix with us. We want you in the mix with
We
us.
need to pay our bill coming up this next month or whatever like that. Yo, this some dumb shit. Yo, who gonna get the Duce bottle? And that's the last thing I see. I'm like, oh, Duce? Fuck it.
Yeah.
Man, you see, man, you ain't in the
Hey
mix.
yo, Armani, yo, don't encourage that shit, yo.
That's a nigga though, bro. Like you
real nigga
you
shit.
act like your shorty don't send you a long ass message. You like, all right, that's a question. Let me answer that real
My
quick.
shit like, ba-ding, ba-ding, ba-ding,
Yeah,
ba-ding, ba-ding. I'm like, bro, I'm not reading all that.
I'm heavy.
You said we look important.
I'm heavy with the long ass messages from your girls. I'm heavy. I'm responding back to every single detail in them Jones, man. I ain't the.
He trying to win that.
Tom is that boy. I'm not gonna lie, like
I am.
really-
I'm definitely trying to win. I'm definitely trying to win.
I really
Hey, Shy,
hate
turn
that
this
shit.
nigga mic off. Tell us how you really feel
I'm
now.
definitely trying to win. No, cause you know how you see like it'll be the women they send a long message and the niggas reply like K or they reply to like they always say we reply to like the least.
First of all, time out. Niggas don't respond back. K.
What nigga respond with K?
I mean, some niggas but look
Just to let him say.
Tom is the nigga that's gonna respond back with K.
K.
Yeah.
Nah,
You said it.
I've never. I'm saying I've seen it. I've seen it done. I never responded back
You
with K.
speaking from experience.
I don't even use the letter
That's what I'm saying.
K.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you speaking with experience. Like,
I don't even use the letter K. That's how I know I ain't responding back.
You don't use the letter K at all.
Yeah, I don't never use that shit. So yeah, I mean y'all
Now
been
you
there.
free.
We've all been in that situation where, like, do we all like respond back to like the most least important part of the paragraph? Like, you know, she be cussing you the fuck out, telling you what you done wrong and da 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 da. And then
I ain't
she'll
gonna
put
lie
you don't
to
take the
you.
trash out, and you be like, I took the trash out like last week though.
yeah. Like,
You're not
I
gonna
ain't
tell
gonna
me I'm a
lie
bad
though.
person.
Like, I hate that shit though, bro. Like, I hate long ass messages. Like, that shit burns my soul. Like, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about a long ass text message. I be like, why the fuck you ain't just call me, dog? Like,
Right.
I hate
That's
that shit.
that's because when
And
Android that
now-
shit come in like 2 pages, like 2 messages, it's like page 1 of 2,
Right.
You know
then
what?
2 of 2.
But you want to hear it on the phone?
Yo, dog. Oh, so they don't cut. That's how they don't come on the iPhone.
We in 2019, bro.
Yeah.
We in 2019, bro.
So y'all get the whole message. Y'all get all 6 pages.
No, my
get a
shit
little arrow
coming.
when
My
you
shit,
press that
yeah,
shit
no,
in
my
the
shit
corner.
come. No, my shit come in one joint and it say read more. Like, you gotta hit the joint
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then it opens up. I was just talking shit to
I ain't
fuck
even
with this
gonna hold
nigga
you.
Tom. Cause Tom always trying to play with a motherfucking phone, man. Like, I ain't got the newest shit out right now or something.
All right, man, listen, salute to all the Android niggas out there.
Well, no, I ain't got the new.
Shout out to my nigga Mir Molly.
Right, yeah.
Black out their room
Yeah,
too.
man. Yo,
Don't download that shit.
Yo, where the fuck is Mary Malik at? Wasn't he supposed to be up here to address the allegations of last week?
Listen, Mary was open to it, but motherfuckers, you know what I mean?
Oh, all right.
Yo, we got a lot. I say this on the podcast real quick for the people that's not listening. We got a lot of like people built up, and like we do.
We do.
As you
We do.
probably come to know, we not really the guest type podcast. Like you probably know, listen to us do 104 weeks. We don't really have that many guests. We can probably count on.
We need to get somebody back on our scheduling for scheduling them shits. Get that shit.
Yo, shout out to the
better.
manager. Shout out to manager Jan, man.
Yeah, shout out to
get that shit better in
Jan
order.
is handling everything behind closed doors.
Because typically, you know, I have my intern, but certain people I want to talk to, I invite up here. I'm gonna if you see them up here, it's because we want to talk to them. Most of the time, we don't really like we don't rely on guests. So I'm sorry, but as of late, it's a lot of people doing their thing. So we want to have people up here, you know, and share our platform with them so they can explain what it is they got going on. Like my man Armani right here today. You know what I'm saying? He was been supposed to actually come on the podcast. I want to put that out there.
Yeah, I was bullshit. My bad,
This
bro.
nigga, man. This nigga,
I was about
man.
to say that's probably why he felt some type of way when you said the 8th.
Yeah,
he
bro.
was like, yeah.
Yo, he should have been the first. I ain't gonna lie.
Like, you know what I mean?
No, that was my fault. That was my fault.
So there we go. There we go.
And yo, don't
Real
forget,
nigga,
yeah,
shit.
fellas, and don't forget, man. If you want to feel like us while you listening to us,
No.
you already know what to do, man. Fuck them drunk cakes.
Yeah, man. The slogan is in the name, man. Drunk cakes.
Yo, man. In about 2 weeks.
Hey, John 215, what up?
In about 2 weeks, we gonna do some editing on that.
Yo, no, the drunk cakes is still in the building.
What's the drunk?
What's the drunk cakes? Please explain.
Tom, the cake that we had, the cake that Kim had, the cake that we all had.
How,
you know what I mean? The cakes that
how
I
long
had
ago
out
was
here.
this? How long ago did we have this cake?
They the new 2019, 2020 version of rum cake, but this way you get any type of flavor you want. They more so specific.
Douce cakes and
Douce cakes.
But
They more so in with the 1800 and Henny cakes.
got it.
But where can they get them from?
You can get it from me. You know what I mean? When I be having it.
Oh, when
You
did you have
something
them?
about the trunk?
Right now we only doing pre-orders.
Right.
We got pre-order and we'll order we'll deliver that shit later.
Yeah, you know what I mean? We doing pre-orders. There we go. Building clientele.
Basically, you're gonna be waiting until the springtime to get them motherfuckers. But you know, we here, man.
Hey, yo,
We here.
no. And before we start the show for real, yo, we got a show coming up. We got to make sure we start letting people know it's 2 weeks away. Actually, not 2 weeks away, but something like 2 weeks away. November 10th, man. Make sure y'all come out, come support the Lit Kings and everybody that's going to be showing up. We having a show at Voltage Lounge. We hosting that joint. That shit going to be litty. You already know what it
Oh
is.
yeah, November 10th, Lituation Part 4. I mean, back for the first time
There it is.
concert.
Thank you, Shy, for being active.
What's that name? DJ Cartel on the ones and twos.
DJ Dior.
DJ Dior.
DJ Dior Cartel, nigga.
Yeah,
Well,
but
you ain't say Dior. You
nickname
just
it,
said
nickname
Couture.
it.
I mean, you just said
Cartel.
Cortez.
I-
DJ Cortez.
we just,
Y'all niggas fucking me up right
just skipping that. We just skipping that.
Yeah, man.
Oh, wait, and before we jump to
know
our
what the
first
fuck her
topic,
name
I'm
is.
sorry. Before we jump to our first topic, I just want to say, man, we had a tragic passing today. I want to say early
that is a topic.
yesterday.
Because I wanted to actually
It's going to
talk
be
about
yesterday
that.
when they hear this.
Yeah, well, yesterday. Rest in peace to John Witherspoon, man. Pops, if you may, how all of you may have known him.
Mr. Bang, bang, bang.
That I ain't gonna lie. You know how like it's like surprising, but it's like not surprising because like I mean, well, you know,
He was older.
yeah,
No,
but
like-
it's still like oh shit.
Dog, I'm
Like
not gonna
it's
lie.
just certain
bro.
people.
I'm not gonna lie, bro.
He was a young old though. Let's not get it fucked
That's
up.
what
He
I'm
was definitely
saying.
Still a
That's
young
what I'm
old,
saying,
but
like-
he was definitely older. So it was like one of them Jones.
I was surprised like shit though, cause you know,
was.
I'm not really on Twitter. Like I really go on Twitter every morning just to get like, just to gauge some shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I go on Twitter and I see R.I.P. Pops, John was. I'm like, what? And see him, I'm like, hell
Yeah.
no, like this shit can't be real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, like that shit really was crazy. Like it's crazy how, like you say, man, he was a young old man. Like this man passed away. What do we know why? Like did they
No,
say
I actually-
just natural?
I'm not even sure if it was released. I didn't see it. So I'm not sure how. But still, it still caught me off guard. Like I'm like, it shit was like, oh man.
I'm gonna keep it real, bro. I want to say I think I was taking the SATs or some shit. It was a long ass time ago, and I remember going into the SAT just checking my phone updating Twitter and shit like that. And this is like way back when Twitter was just killing niggas off like just randomly.
Yo,
Like,
yeah.
they pick a day and pick a person and kill them. And I just remembered like John Witherspoon trending because they were saying like rest in peace John Witherspoon. And I went into my test like, damn, they killed this nigga, bro. And thought about it the whole fucking test, like for like a solid 4 hours.
Twitter killed this nigga.
Yeah, I was like, for like a
Come
solid
on,
4
man.
hours, I'm like, damn, John Witherspoon gone, man. No more Boondocks, this and that, da da da. You know what I'm saying? And I think that, like, while it's still tragic, you know what I'm saying, and definitely like a big hurt piece to the culture, I think
It definitely is a hurt piece to the culture.
he would
Yeah,
want us
absolutely.
to make the best of the situation though.
Right. And but I think I I think that kind of lightened the blow for me, just because like I mourned the nigga death.
When he was
at least like 9 years before it actually happened.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I just said my rest in pieces between my essays.
Twitter was ruthless.
Yeah.
Back in like 2011, I would get on there one day, rest in peace, Usher. I'd be like, what the fuck?
Right.
Usher died, my nigga. You get on that joint, they be like, nah, he ain't really dead, man. Bro, they was killing niggas off like it wasn't nothing on Twitter, bro.
But far as the culture part though, for him passing, like, what is the most memorable like thing as an actor he did to you?
Ask that. That's why he even had to ask it. I knew Boosie
Most
was
memorable?
You can't use Friday though, because everybody uses Friday. That's the go-to.
Friday is definitely the go-to. You
But-
win some,
but
you lose some.
But I feel like
leave.
that probably was the most impactful. Like, it's
I
never
can get
gonna.
that. I can get that.
You know what I'm saying? Friday never gonna die.
Right.
Like, that's never gonna die. You know what I'm saying?
Isn't him being like his with the Wayans brothers and every I want to say that everything is like he did play an important role in the niggas' childhood.
90% of the reason why I call my pops today is because of the Wayans brothers and because of pops, bro. Like,
I thought that was they pops.
Yo, real rap.
real shit though, real shit. I thought he was a Wayne back in the day, bro.
Real rap.
Like,
But, yo,
they really played like a real like family back in the day.
Real
man.
rap.
To keep it, to make it on a lighter note, yo. I ain't gonna lie though, he was one of like the only people, like one of the two only people to be like old forever.
No, Morgan Freeman, it was neck and neck.
That's what I'm saying. Him and Morgan
Freeman got everybody
like,
beat.
Morgan
Morgan Freeman.
Lie, like, they were pulling up some old pictures of it. I'm like, yo, he still was looking old back then. Like, this is how old
Morgan
he
Freeman
old,
been
dog.
old my entire life.
Yes, yo, like,
He been old for a lot of niggas
That
entire
nigga been old my entire life.
Pop's
parents'
been
entire
old
life.
my whole entire life. You know what I'm saying?
Nigga was old
Like,
his
yo,
entire life.
Yo,
Like, dog, I don't know how Morgan Freeman's still out here. If
Hey, yo.
Pops still, if Pops passed,
He about to kill Morgan Freeman.
hold up, yo.
Listen, man.
We ain't turning into Twitter.
Got about 2 more weeks.
He said 2 more hours. We don't give him 2 hours and give him 2 months.
real
Treat
shit.
him like a nigga touch.
No, yo, I don't want to lose nobody else.
All right, yeah, there we go. Fix that. I'm just about to say him and Samuel, man. Him and Samuel.
Morgan Freeman
Oh, hell no.
yeah,
Yo,
yeah.
if we lose Samuel,
Morgan Freeman be fucking them young bitches. That's why Morgan Freeman's still out here.
I'm not mad at that.
You know what I'm saying?
yo, shit,
I'm definitely not mad
yo,
at that.
Pops probably was too. Shit, bang, 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 nigga. What the fuck you talking about?
Samuel is old as shit. I mean,
We need Samuel. He important to MCU.
Yeah, he's definitely. They gonna make sure he stay alive.
Real rap.
Like, nigga,
We
you
probably
gotta
got
stay
like 20
alive.
more Stan Lee cameos. Real rap. But to jump into the podcast, man, we got some topics we're gonna touch on before we go ahead and get further down the line before we start. Kim, well, never mind. I'll stick that later. We're gonna start with Kanye releasing Jesus is King finally.
Yes.
And all the backlash, man, and people was blocking motherfuckers that was listening to the album. So if y'all get blocked,
I didn't see that part.
oh yeah, they was blocking people.
So,
I ain't gonna lie, he said
so
some.
what was going on, Tom? Let me know. How
Kanye said.
how was the landscape on Twitter of?
All right, I'll tell you how it was on
Jesus is
Twitter.
King?
You tell me
What
how it was on MySpace. On Twitter, it was like mixed. It was like mixed because like at the end of the day,
I hate this guy.
At the end of the day, we all know Kanye is a genius when it comes musically. So the music is always gonna be brilliant. I feel like it's always gonna be like it's never not gonna lose a step musically. But like, as far as content and like the messaging and stuff like that, it's kind of dialed back a little bit with his previous projects. But Life of Pablo, I did love Life of Pablo. Great album to me. But I don't know if anybody else heard Yandi, but
Well, I was going to try.
yeah, I know we did. I know we heard.
That,
But I'm saying, as far as Jesus is King though, it pretty much I could say did its purpose, but I don't really know what the purpose of it was. It like I said, musically, the production wise, it sounded great. It sounded great.
definitely sounded great.
You ever had I'm speaking from experience, not experience of me being a person, but you ever had like a hood nigga that went to your school, he was just like, he was hard as nails, tough as nails and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then he supposed to fight somebody, get his ass kicked, come back to school the next week, and he like a Christian. He just like full on like reading you Bible verses.
Well, I never actually saw that.
But like it was a nigga at my school, and he was tough as nails. I remember the nigga, and I just remember him being supposed to fight somebody. I don't remember who it was, but he kicked his ass. And when he came back to school, he was like in a tuxedo type shit, like real rap.
My man was a changed man after that shit.
He was Pitbull.
Right.
That's what the album felt like to me. It didn't.
For real?
It didn't feel authentic in the sense of like.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say I'm glad because when we have these type of dialogues that bring up, different thoughts or whatever, I'm not gonna say that it didn't sound authentic because Kanye came from that type of background. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like far as the Jesus Walks and Life of Pablo had a lot of
Ultralight Beam.
Ultralight
Beam made me cry in the club.
Then on his early albums, like Kanye always had a little bit of something in his albums, you know what I mean? So I'm not gonna say it wasn't authentic.
It didn't feel like Jesus Walks to me. I was looking for a Ultralight Beam.
Okay.
I was looking for Ultralight
It definitely Ultralight Beam definitely wasn't on there.
Yeah.
But I like the first joint. That first
He wasn't on the first one though.
the intro, he definitely wasn't on.
I like the joint with Ty Dolla $ign. That was
And
water.
that's-
And water.
The problem is, what's it called? Water?
Yeah.
That's how it go? However it go.
Yeah.
I think the water drink is the one that was a throwaway from Yandy. Which I can't even like credit that for Jesus is King.
I don't know, cause was that on Yandy?
Yeah, when Yandy leaked, that record was on there.
Okay.
So you know what I'm saying. That's why I take that out of the Jesus is King conversation. But the intro, like you know what I'm saying. I think I grew up in church. The intro was beautiful. I think the second record, I'm not sure if that was the Hallelujah record.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, like I was into it as far as like on a praise and worship point of view, but I think just like on a hip hop standpoint, I didn't feel like it delivered.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? In that
I agree.
ballpark.
I felt the same way about what was his last Ye, right? That was last year.
Yeah.
I felt the same way about Ye.
I didn't like Ye.
Ye was musically, you know what you getting from Kanye. But I was like, okay, what else? Like it was like empty. It was like an empty like project to me. It was like, all right, what else? What else are we doing here?
Yeah.
So this I don't know, man. Like I still trying to gauge like what type of like what I'm get like what he's getting at with this.
But
project.
overall, I liked it though. Overall, like
I mean, it's cool to listen to.
Yeah, like I'm not.
It's cool to listen to.
It was corny.
But we expect more. I want to say from
I feel you.
type
I
artist
feel
Kanye
you.
is.
I
What
feel
do
you.
you expect from Kanye today?
Today?
Yeah. in
Today,
like today's world.
today it's a little mixed.
Exactly. Shit like this.
I never know. I didn't go into
Life
this.
of Pablo, like yo, dog. Life of Pablo is a classic album when you listen to that shit today.
In
like,
this era, probably.
But the problem is when Life of Pablo came out, they trashed it.
Bless you.
Trashed.
People
Bless
did.
you, yeah. They
People
trashed
did.
It was
But-
like it's the worst Kanye album.
Man, when you listen to that shit is music, dog. It's like
What?
I love
Life
Life
of
the
Pablo is
fuck?
definitely like, if it ain't top 3, it's definitely top 5 of one of Kanye's best albums.
You want to rate Kanye albums?
5?
Ray
He said
Kanye
top 3.
album.
He said top 3.
No, it ain't 3. Definitely ain't top 3. Definitely ain't top 3.
Probably ain't top 3.
It ain't top 3.
Probably not
It's
top
definitely
three.
top 5 though.
It's in that second tier though, because it's better than Yeezus and all the others.
But I'm trying to think, like, all right, after college dropout, graduation, fucking 808s. Yeah,
I fuck with those.
I fuck with
808s.
808s.
Graduation?
Heartbreak.
I'll fuck with 808.
808s and Heartbreak.
808s is a underrated album.
What's
That taught me
joint?
how to write music,
My
bro.
Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is a fucking banger.
Bro,
Yeah.
classics.
Yeah.
Life of Pablo.
We gon- I mean,
That's what I'm saying.
to
Life
me,
of Pablo
to
is
me,
like
it's
right
a
there to me.
it's a great album to me. But I can't give it classic. But it's a great album to me.
You can't give it classic.
Out
can't give it
of Kanye
Because if
albums,
we name it classic, the classic we just named, it ain't classic.
I think they
I
say
think
how
Life
they
of
look at
Pablo-
it is Life of Pablo is Ye's first worst album. Like it was the first
What?
spiral downhill.
That wasn't Yeezus though. Niggas like Yeezus.
Yo, in a weird world, people love Yeezus. And,
This nigga love Yeezus.
And like
I like the
in a
Yeezus.
sharp side direction, like
When what
this
was
nigga's on the
Yeezus?
left
Yeezus
now,
was
it's
what?
like,
Bound.
Yeezus had
Bound 2.
Oh yeah, I like
Yeezus
Yeezus.
had blood on the leaves.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Yes.
Had
Yes.
some cook up,
yes.
bro. Had some cook up.
Yes.
That shit
Yeezus.
enjoy
Yo,
some
dog.
cook-up.
That was that fucking work, man.
Now, We said when? This was like
He don't like this.
2013.
No. It's
2015.
not even that. I'm trying to think because it's like Life of Pablo, bro. Like Life of Pablo, I don't know. Like
It's way better than Yeezus. Way better.
it's way. That's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah. It's better than
Yeezus ain't got no ultralight beam on it.
Yeah, it's better than you.
And I want to say, I listened to a podcast when we was reviewing that when it first came out, and I told y'all that Chance had the verse of the year on that project with his verse on Ultralight Beam, and I'm still standing pat on that. Still, even 5 years later, still standing pat on that.
All right,
But I want
to say that. How long ago was that?
I'm just saying.
Till I
I'm
drifted
just saying.
Pangea.
I'm just saying. But I want to get into this. I want to get into something Kanye said with his interview with Big Boy while he on this like type of press run. Because I actually agree with what he said. I'm going to go ahead and play it.
You turned your back on the culture or
Exactly,
black people.
100%. I have turned my back on the idea of victimization mentality. We are locked up. We went from 1 and 4. We went from 1 and 4 to 1 and 3. But we always pointing at the white people, but yet we want to spend all of our money on foreigners. We want to spend all our money on luxury as opposed to going and buying some land.
Talk that shit.
America is for sale. And there's a lot of barren land. Disney bought a lot of it in Florida. But the culture has you focused so much on fucking somebody bitch and pulling up in a foreign and rapping about things that could get you locked up and then saying you about prison reform. Like, it's, bro.
Oh, is that shots?
Yeah, I thought the same shit.
Yeah, that was fucking shots. Come on, Gunna. You know what it is. Man.
I can't say I disagree with him. I can't say I disagree with him because I agree with everything he said.
Bro. But this is the only thing.
First of all, yo. Hold on. Go ahead, Gunna. Go ahead.
Because you know I could be long with it. But listen, first of all, you know Kanye is always due for a good quote. At least every 4 years, Kanye is at least due for one good quote.
But did anything he say in there was false?
Kanye don't never say fucked up shit to a certain point. He always gonna say shit to make you think. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely calculated in that effort. He's always gonna say shit.
What he was wrong is was throwing that fucking jab at Meek. That's what he was wrong at.
That's where I feel
That's
like
what the
it
fuck
was
he
wrong.
was wrong
And I
at.
feel like
You can't try to take a jab at another man because you want your righteous fucking path.
And then on the same token, like you had all
punch
this,
that nigga in his fucking
he had all this,
Hey, all right.
he had all this energy for Drake, and then it's like, how do you like then those subliminals or whatever, or just make a reference that you knew in a time could still be tied to or linked to, you know what I'm saying? Somebody saying that you're making a effort to like diss somebody. And it's been other motherfuckers that's literally made an effort to diss Kanye that you could have like, you know what I'm saying, like underhand threw under the bus. But it's like, I don't know.
They've been dissing Kanye for years now.
Yeah,
I mean,
people like you got J. Cole, you got different ones that
a lot of people
write subliminal shots at him or whatever like that. Even Jay threw a shot back at him or whatever. But at the same time, it's like, damn, like I don't think I ever heard Meek like say too much. Drake even says shit about the nigga like subliminally, but it's like, bro, like
he was. I'm gonna let you go. I feel like though he was speaking more so in general. I don't think it was directly like Meek, nigga, you're the nigga behind it.
bro.
He said fucking reform. When you say reform, who you fucking talking about?
Reform.
It's reform, bro.
Reform.
Definitely
Reform. It doesn't fuck. Y'all know what I'm talking about, man. I'm from Baltimore. What up? East Baltimore. What up?
You know we make these words up as we go. All right.
But go ahead. What you take on it?
I don't even know what the fuck. I think I want to give him the benefit of the doubt as he was speaking generally. Because not only
I'll
was
give him a pass.
you gotta think. Look,
yo, somebody pull my red Scully at.
well, not only was Meek doing the prison reform thing, but his wife was also doing the prison reform thing, and on top of that, I mean,
his wife ain't out here rapping, talking about sell.
Kim K definitely don't got bars.
And fucking Meek ain't out here telling motherfuckers to sell drugs either. He talking about
Hov
struggling.
did that.
Right.
So hopefully you wouldn't have to go through that.
The fuck is you talking about? Kanye, nigga,
right? Hey,
brother, man.
Well, no, my only conflict with it is that I don't think he's speaking from a point, just like some point of so much experience or whatever. Whereas though, like he just turned this whole leaf. You know what I'm saying? Whereas though a couple years ago is I'd rather buy 80 gold chains and go ignorant. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can't say I'd rather buy 80 gold chains and go ignorant and then
Turn
a
around.
year later be like, why y'all buying 80 gold chains and going ignorant?
Right,
That's not
nigga.
what y'all need to be doing. It's like, yo, you just, you know what I'm saying?
Cause you just told me to do it.
Yeah, it's like even if you throw something in the water, you gotta give it enough time to react. You can't just be like, here go my Jesus album. By tomorrow, y'all need to be Christians, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It's like you gotta, you know what I mean? Even if you wanted to put change into the world, you gotta at least give change a second to, actually initiate itself and, become whatever it is.
Right.
I'm the fuck done. Kanye is fucking bipolar, bro.
We know that already, though.
Nigga, the nigga changed with the fucking seasons, okay?
Yeah.
He is
But-
bipolar, and I think we all know.
Hey,
that.
that's what I'm saying. I think he just came back into his Jesus walk phase. He's just a new version
He might
of
leave
himself.
though.
You know
Remember
what I'm
when?
saying? He is gonna leave, nigga. Like next year, he gonna be somebody else.
Remember when Mace was a pastor, and then a year later he joined G Unit?
That wasn't a year later.
It was like 2
Yo.
years, 2-3 years later he was on the G Unit.
The nigga had a bad,
Nigga said,
had a
I'm
bad
tired of this
stretch.
shit, man.
Yo,
He said these
welcome
motherfuckers
back.
too cheap at the
Welcome
tithes.
back.
At the tithes and offering.
I hated that fucking
I
welcome
did
back.
too. I hated that song too.
swear, yo.
I hated that shit.
Oh,
I
no.
hated welcome
I
back.
hated
You're not gonna
Yeah.
act like Breeze Stretch Shake wasn't a
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
banger.
Yo, NFL Street 2. If you had NFL Street 2, then you
Let
know
it
the
go.
film I'm talking about. That shit was
The
on NFL
oversized
Street.
John, bro.
Yeah. I hated welcome back.
I did too.
If
I
you
did
ain't
too.
if you ain't have an oversized Sean John, you couldn't even listen to Breeze Stretch Shake the same.
Oh
way.
no,
If you
no,
couldn't,
no.
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
Facts. That's a fact. That's a fact.
Niggas had an oversized joint too.
Real rap. It
Yeah,
had,
it
it had
couldn't
to at
fit.
least be 4X.
Yeah, it couldn't fit. It was no way.
Had
it
to be
fit.
4X.
It was no way it fit. I don't even think they sold fitted size.
Yo,
They did.
dog.
It was
Back-
XL and up.
yo,
They
I can imagine Tom back in the day looking like one of them B2K niggas, man.
Like, you know, like,
with his
I was
braids and
definitely,
shit.
yo, shout out to Omarion, man. It's a great segue. Shout out to Omarion because on my, if you go back and look at my 8th grade graduation picture, you definitely see how them niggas like influenced
Yes.
my childhood. Like
Yes.
the Bow Wows, the Omarions. Fuck all y'all, man. Real rap.
Yes.
Y'all had me out here. Like, I went to go get fitted for my tuxedo for my graduation. And I remember my mom telling me, like, they like, yo, you gonna get this? And I'm like, nah, I needed two sizes up, man. 2 sizes up, man. 2 sizes.
Hey yo, y'all
that
really
shit
need to
fire.
see this picture though, cause he really probably was like, yo, 2 sizes up.
I had to get the shade through the earring in.
Dog.
I said, all right, we good. I'm ready to graduate now.
Definitely look like the 5th member.
Facts.
I'm
yo.
ready to
Look
graduate
like
now.
the 5th member, dog.
I'm ready to go.
I'm ready to graduate
I
now.
seen that picture. The white
man.
John with the blue vest and shit.
Tom with the bull, man.
Fuck yeah.
That guy.
Fuck yeah. But this is a great segue, actually, man. Speaking of Omarion, man, people wishing they had the patience of Omarion. I'm pretty sure we talked about this before, but I don't think we really actually got into it. It was the whole Apryl and Fizz shit. And I was asking, is like niggas baby moms off limits? Like to your homie?
Yes, motherfucker. Yes. Yeah. I don't. If we didn't elaborate on it, yes.
I think that was like a majority rules conversation. Like,
Is it
But
though?
I think Kim.
Is
Now
it
we,
though?
now we have
Yeah,
a female in the room. Cause I don't think we. Oh,
That's
we did.
what it was.
We did have. We had Kanye here last week.
We didn't. Yeah,
But
we
we
ain't
ain't
talk about
talk
this.
about
Oh, we didn't talk
We
about
ain't talk about this last week. No.
All right, so now we got Kim in the room. So
I'm trying to think of a scenario in which that would.
Kim, how?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm sitting there pondering like, maybe, yeah, right. Maybe you ain't know it was a
Never
baby
knew.
mom.
like the only
No.
way.
What if they don't support
That's
the
like
kid?
hold on. That's like
that
us
happens
three
so
right
many
now.
times.
We the Lit Kings, man. We've been together. We've been rocking. We a group. I know his baby mom. He gonna know my girl. I know his girl. We all know each other's girl.
What if he don't know his baby mom?
When? What happened?
What if he don't know?
Just
What if,
bullshit.
yeah.
Say
I'm just trying to say.
Say the bullshit.
Nah.
But like, what if he
nah.
didn't know? Cause like,
How?
How he didn't know?
Exactly.
Yo,
Like this is
I'm
my
taking this nigga serious.
This is
This
like
nigga just
how-
throwing some shit out there, yo.
Like
This nigga just throwing some shit out there.
what I'm saying is, what if he didn't know that he had a kid with a chick? What if, like, you know what I'm saying, say, Lit Kings on the Road. Lit Kings on the Road, podcast tour. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, he would know.
Yes,
let
man.
him speak
Yes,
from
man.
experience.
Yes, man.
Let him
Tell
speak from
him-
experience.
Yes, yeah, speak that is.
You know what my kids look like, motherfucker.
Yeah, you don't even know chick got kids. I mean, how many times you ran down on a chick that got kids, and did you ask about the kid?
First of all, let's
Were you like, damn, let me see a picture.
let's say it like this. I know this is my man. Right, this is my guy.
Say some shit.
If his baby mom was to ever approach me, I will shoot that shit the fuck down and straight tell my man, like, yo,
That's loyalty.
your baby mom out here wilding, bro. Like, hold up.
Foul
You
on
need
the
to-
play.
Yeah, you need to fucking, you need to go holler at
But-
this, because
but
something, this
In
ain't cool.
the same sense, can me and her don't deal with each other no more. So what can I say to her? Like, can I be like, you know, she free to do what the fuck she want? I get it, but at the same time, it's like we don't have no ties other than she just.
Bro, you can't tell me that you'll be okay with that.
This is my man. I would be mad at. But her is like I can't really speak on what the fuck she'll do. I can't because we ain't together.
I mean, you can. You're right.
Hold the fuck up.
So you wouldn't.
Nigga, pause. Time out. Nigga, fuck no. That's a foot in the ass for her. Matter of fact, that's 2 foots in the ass for her.
No, I feel
One
what
foot in the
Tom
ass
said.
for him.
Yeah.
No, I understand
Go
where he's
ahead,
coming from,
go
but
ahead.
this is where I'm coming from. At the end of the day, I was fucking her. I'm sliding dick in her. Fuck that.
We being real vulgar today. Okay.
Yes. It's 1,000 other dicks you could be picking out here. Why you gotta pick my homie? Fuck
Men
that.
do that shit
No.
every day, B.
There you go. What you say?
Men do that shit every day, B. Suck it up.
Oh, see, I try to
But
give
my
women the
thing
mic.
is,
I try to give women some time on the mic.
See? Yeah. Fuck all that. My thing is, if I didn't play the game that has to be played, if I ain't do that dirty shit to you, don't fucking do that dirty shit to me.
Man, but niggas done it.
I've never fucked.
I'm moving right along.
Hold on.
Suck your shit, King.
I never fucked my
Uh-huh.
girl's
What?
best friends.
Best friends?
Best friends.
Not the best friend. Not the best friend. Not the best friend. The best friends is off limits.
But if she just your friend,
Right.
if y'all just friends,
And you gotta ask before you do it. You gotta ask before you do it.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Listen.
Heard you.
Right.
Nigga definitely hit
I've
the
never
friend.
fucked the best friends.
so do y'all feel as though y'all feel like April is the culprit here? Like, who we more mad at in this situation?
I'm mad at Fizz. I'm more mad at Fizz because he should be a real nigga and be like, dog, you know how many other bitches is chasing me?
Yeah, nigga, you Fizz from fucking B2. At this point,
You dog.
I mean, I don't know how much weight that holds
I don't know.
today.
He don't got a ponytail no more. I mean,
That's what it
they
is.
don't even- they don't even
Bro,
recognize-
That's what it
no,
is.
hold on. He just did the
Bruh.
tour. They just did the tour.
Right.
It's no way in hell you telling me every nigga. I watch Love and Hip Hop. I ain't gonna lie. Ain't no shame in my game
We
in
know you
saying
do.
this shit.
We
Nigga,
know
he
you do.
has a new bad bitch every new season. I ain't saying if it's wrote in there for him to have
It's
a nice
definitely wrote in.
He on multi-
Nigga, just like this shit is
But that's what I'm saying, like,
fuck
but-
outta here, like.
But it's no way you telling me you can't go outside, you Fizz, nigga, and get you a fucking joint. Like, you don't gotta
He probably
go
went
to
outside
April.
and seen April.
You don't gotta go to April. Like, and to me, I'm not gonna lie.
Well, go to May, motherfucker.
April ain't that fucking bad. Like, April is cool.
Yeah, let me
She
see.
bad.
Who the fuck is
April.
What's her gram, man? Let me find
April is not that fucking
Hey, yeah, bro,
bad.
follow her, bro.
April is not that fucking bad.
Have you
April.
seen her?
Yes, I seen her. Yes, I fucking seen her.
What's her
April
gram?
is
What's her
not
gram?
that bad.
Oh,
Her
no.
name is April.
Just April.
April is cool.
With a Y.
April is cool. I'm not saying she's not, you know what I mean, but she's not somebody to be doing all this for. Like, nah, I'm not doing that.
The fuck?
Yeah, she not fucking Beyonce or Rihanna or some fucking body. Her.
Yo, what the?
She cool, but she ain't all let to be doing all this for.
Oh, hell no.
Like, I'm not doing that to my man. She
Nigga.
not that bad.
Bro, it's 1,000 of hers walking in fucking West Philly right
That's
now.
what I'm saying. Like, she's
West? Y'all giving West too much
What part of
credit.
West? What, yeah.
Y'all giving West too much credit now.
What part of West is that?
No,
Bro,
no.
What part of West is that?
you never seen one of those?
Nah.
But don't act like
If
that.
I did, it got a middle part in it, and yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think I'm walking down West.
Yeah, we gonna slow down on that.
Right.
She not, but all I'm saying is she's just not all that to be doing all this for. You know what I'm saying? Like, to be taking the risk.
Yeah, she alright.
She's regular as fuck.
She
That's
alright,
what I'm
bro.
saying. She's regular.
But to add
She's
on to
definitely
the,
cute, though.
but
She's
to
definitely
add
pretty.
on to
Not
the
taking away from
situation.
We're talking about celebrity status shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
Don't get
Yeah.
offensive. Don't get offensive.
Maybe that's why he likes her.
Right, dog. Black
Then go
ink
get your
bitch.
regular chick then.
Yo,
You little fucking
Dog,
fans. Like, bro.
it's black ink bitches in a tattoo shop that's better than her.
This is fat.
It went silent.
Facts.
It went silent.
Smooth.
And that's facts.
Who in the black ink joint?
What's her name?
Look up any
Duchess?
black bitch.
Look up.
Dutch's lips always dry
No,
though. I'm
Duchess
not
is
gonna lie.
definitely.
Yeah, while I got my
nah,
Instagram out, y'all might as well name another one.
This
Shit.
shit.
Who? I don't know.
We
man.
gonna talk.
I'm just talking
bro.
shit.
Had to put it on the spot.
I'm just talking shit at this point.
At this point,
Black
though.
ink.
At this point, I'm at this point, man. I'm convinced that Lil Fizz killed Lil Saint, man, because it's like, y'all, you can't be doing that, though. I'm with you, bro.
There's
I'm,
no
I'm
loyalty
with you,
in there.
Boosie.
There's no loyalty.
I'm with you.
But to add on to
who the fuck is Lil Saint,
to the bullshit with that
Rest in peace, Lil
situation,
Saint.
Omarion and Lil Fizz is not even really that cool anymore.
Was they ever that cool? I think didn't the label put that?
Yeah, I think that.
together.
I think that it was some label shit. Like they might not even really been like homies. They used to dress wild back in the day. Though. Like them niggas was drawn.
So does that add on to the situation?
I mean, yeah, because they was in a group together. Like I actually had this conversation. I'm like, yo, how many hits did B2K actually have? Like, do we know these niggas because of You Got Served and Bump, and then that's it?
No, B2K had hits though.
B2K,
Bro.
I mean,
B2K definitely had hits, bro.
Yeah, I don't like them niggas, but they had hits.
what
though.
else did they have though other than Bump?
Let's talk about it.
While my phone out, I'm gonna just
I don't know. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
All I know, my man Hove killed that beat though.
Bump.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the first
Yeah.
joint that came up.
Yeah.
Gots to be. I don't remember none of these joints.
Exactly. I don't remember no.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that
They better than Jagged Edge?
is they better than Jagged Edge?
See,
I wasn't no big Jagged Edge
took
fan.
off so much after them. Like,
Yeah, Marion's solo career took off.
like
That's why he don't
this
care
whole
about this shit, because he got an
but
Xbox where his heart used
B2K
to
was
be.
definitely they definitely had a little.
But he needed that bad, that tour
They
bad.
definitely wasn't immature. Though.
Let's not front. Like Omarion needed that tour.
Oh,
bad.
Marion be having, he pop out with a hit every now and again. Maybach, don't do that.
When was the last time? When was the last time he had a hit?
That song
grocery
supposed to be
joint.
with Janae Aiko and Chris Brown like 3 years ago.
But that was it though. I think that was it.
That was it. Yeah, you know what I mean. So this tour, he needed this tour money.
You know what I'm saying? Probably so. So yeah,
Probably
right.
so.
So I mean, so we don't really give a fuck about this shit.
Well, we talked about it.
I'm
long
saying like,
enough.
no, we're not giving a fuck.
I guess we did. You know what I mean? We talked about it long enough. So I guess we did give a fuck.
We care.
Oh, hold up, sidebar. Fuck the Nationals for winning the World Series. That's one.
What they won? Oh fuck!
That Bryce Harper is trending right
What
now. I'm just
the
not gonna stay away. I'm just gonna
fuck,
stay away.
man? Damn, that's a bad joint, man.
Soon as
I
you
ain't
get
want
traded,
that
your
day.
team win.
I hate
Man,
that.
yo.
I ain't want to win either.
Dickhead, and you was the best player.
Clearly not.
Hey yo, Tom, I'm trying to
Clearly
tell you,
wasn't.
don't leave, man.
So we gonna go ahead. We gonna go ahead and move right on to. I'm gonna ask another question. I'm gonna pose to the room. Kim, you can actually indulge on this. Twitter question I want to ask.
All the time.
If a female
time.
invites you on a date,
You
right?
always got the fucking Twitter question.
Are you obligated to pay if she invited you on a date?
My bad. Go ahead.
No, right. No, that's it.
Go
That's the
ahead.
question.
Yeah, go ahead.
If she invites you on a date, are you still obligated to pay?
No.
Kim, if you invite a guy on a date, is he obligated to pay?
I think yes, but like if I invite you on a date, I'm obviously willing to pay for it, but I still feel like you should offer. Like I'm gonna pay for it, but I still feel like men, like real men, don't ever let a woman pay for anything.
I let women do the fake pull the wallet out thing. Like just act like they can't find their card and shit, just looking at it, I mean, I let them do that
Hey
shit.
yo, I ain't gonna lie. As a real nigga, I go 50-50 sometimes on the bill.
Yeah, you got
What the
to.
fuck is you talking about? You talking about as a real man? I am a real
As
man.
the realest nigga.
I feel like
I'm a real
I feel like
nigga.
it depends on how the date went, though.
Yeah,
It
man.
do
That
depend
too.
on how the date went.
But as the realest nigga, I just say one thing. You sure? That's it. You sure? Like,
And they ain't never sure. They ain't never sure.
you sure?
They ain't never sure.
No. I tell them.
You got it?
I'm gonna go to the bathroom. He said, that's you?
That's your number.
And then he big him up like, oh, okay. Make them feel good about paying the bill. Okay, you got it.
Hey, you got me today.
Right.
Check you out. All right.
Facts.
That means it's 2020. Let me keep my wallet. Right.
Yo, Gunna.
But
yo,
it definitely
man.
do depend on how the date went, though, because sometimes chicks be there on their phone all fucking day.
Yeah.
Right.
Sit there.
Yep.
I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna text you the fucking bill. You want to fucking be on your phone all day.
Some
We
of
gonna-
them
yeah.
protect-
What's your cash? I'm about to request it.
Oh, no, I ain't gonna lie though. That is a real deal though, Tom. If the date ain't going how it's supposed to go, like I'm definitely going 50-50 with you. Like that receipt coming up, I pay for that. All right, here you go. You got the rest.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
cool. You know what I mean? But if it went good and we sitting there vibing, fuck yeah, I'm paying for the bill. That shit ain't nothing. You know what I mean? Because we vibing like it's going how it's supposed to go, and I'm gonna be a real nigga how it's
Wait,
supposed
let me
to
ask you
be.
one thing. This wasn't even planned. Do you expect to hit after like the first date?
No, not at the first date. No.
Nah, being real.
You never expected
He
it.
said real.
But if it happens, let's not get it fucked up. If it happens, it happens. You know what I mean? But I'm not expecting it.
I never expected it. It's just like, all right, like if it come, I'm prepared.
Right, if it comes, I'm a pit. I definitely got the joint in my jacket. Like, let's not get it fucked up.
right.
You know what I mean?
Now, what if she
It's
bump
in-
into you, like tap you? Oh, that's an economy?
Yeah.
And you like,
I just want to respect you as a lady and respectfully decline.
Get the fuck out of here.
Nah, nigga.
this nigga ain't been on no dates in 3 years.
Yeah,
Man.
that's he talking about decline.
And first of all, condom,
shit,
man, chicks look at you crazy for even pulling the condom out now.
Yeah.
They looking at you like, fuck, you got that for?
That's ain't that?
I feel also, I
Where'd that
feel as
go?
though, I feel as though,
I'm not even man.
I
Guess
feel as
what?
though if I gotta use a condom with you, we shouldn't be having sex.
But how? Come on though, bro. How do you know? Like, nigga.
I agree too. But
I'm pulling the fucking condom out. If I'm just
pulling-
meeting you, I don't
Fuck
fucking
that.
know you.
we gotta fuck.
I
at least
don't know
three-
you.
We gotta
I'm
fuck at
pulling the
least.
fucking condom out. Like,
Yo,
what the fuck are you talking
We
about?
gotta fuck at least 3 full
I'm sorry.
times, and I gotta know your motherfucking pattern. You gotta be
sorry.
blowing
I'm
my
not-
shit up. Like, I gotta know that it ain't possible.
Nah, you got me
like,
fucked
I gotta
up.
know that you ain't slipping other dicks in between all
Yeah,
this
you
shit.
got me
like, nah,
fucked
fuck
up,
that.
nigga.
Like,
Nigga, this
we-
is Philly, and
it's
this
strap
is
gang. Fuck that.
2019, nigga.
I'm
You,
cool.
you fucking these bitches raw, and you think you the only nigga that's fucking them? You got the game fucked up,
Right. Now, I mean,
You think you the only nigga that like raw niggas?
Niggas
Right,
is traumatized out here.
and you think you the only nigga that's fucking raw?
Yeah.
Come on, dog.
Yeah,
She looking
yeah.
at the next nigga like, why are you putting this condom on? Come on, man. Got me
Right.
fucked up.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Especially, I'm gonna look at her funny if she let me go raw the first time too. It's like, oh.
This what you do?
You gonna
So
finish?
it's like,
Right,
But
this is what you
gonna
do?
finish though. But if you gonna finish, you gonna do it though. You gonna do it though?
Judging her.
This nigga balls deep talking about.
I know to go for the wild.
He balls deep talking about this bitch crazy. You know we gonna talk about this after I'm done, right? You know we gonna talk about it. Blowing her shit out like, yeah, bitch, you know you crazy with this, right?
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. Every time, wait, let me say something. Every time I feel as though you have like raw sex with a girl you probably feel like you shouldn't be having raw sex with, it feel like I see like STD commercials come on.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying, yo.
Niggas license plates be like STD for
Yeah, yo,
I'm
I ain't
like,
got time for that shit, yo. I ain't got time.
When I
for
first
that
started
shit,
doing
yo.
the raw shit,
You go to the clinic and start seeing, you looking at everybody else all weird and shit. Like, yo, these motherfuckers know I got some shit. Like, like I'm the only young nigga in there too.
yo, real rap, yo.
no, but like when I really first started going like, all right, you know, I'm gonna take the condom off. I've been rocking with this girl for a little minute. Nigga, they had a fucking syphilis did a press run or something. I don't know. Like it was
You be in the crib
billboards
losing your
everywhere.
fucking mind, like.
Yeah. The shit, the billboard was like syphilis is back. Wait, what? Nigga? There's a hiatus in the
This shit is back, nigga. Full of fact, nigga.
Then they start telling you about new shit, the instant shit, the shit that you get on command.
Like
all
mesothelioma,
type
what that shit
shit.
called? Mesothelioma or some shit?
Yo,
Yeah.
I don't know what that shit is, but I don't want it.
Nigga, the Jets quarterback was just out for some shit. Like,
Yeah, my man said syphilis is back, like that nigga retired or something.
Right,
Like,
yeah. He said, I'm gonna let them catch up. I'm gonna let them catch. I've been killing the game for too long.
He came back like Joe and wearing 45.
Right, yeah.
Yo,
I ain't
that's
play games with you niggas.
Yo, man, shout out to condom companies out here, man. Real rap, we need y'all.
Thanks, man.
I take
y'all
that
heard
back.
about the new chlamydia, yo, you can't have sex after 30 days.
Yeah.
That's the new shit.
The new chlamydia?
Was it
The new
2.0?
chlamydia, Yeah.
The upgrade?
That's what I'm saying.
No, it's actually 2.5 because you already got the instant shit. That shit like the iPhone and shit. They got 3 new shit. The iOS, the fucking signature.
He said chlamydia went dark mode.
Y'all niggas drawing today, dog. Y'all drawing today, man.
Yo, we need to fucking order. Yo.
Right, man.
Yeah.
Yo, man.
Yo, if you STD free, clap your hands.
Someone walking. Summer Walker ain't washing up.
Right, man. Summer Walker ain't washing up, man.
How y'all feel about that?
Oh yeah, she got something to say. You might as well twist the mic. Pause. That sounds crazy.
Hey, yeah, we pausing that. Hey, yo, yeah, we pausing that. How you feel about that? How you feel about women not taking showers?
It depends on the situation.
Wait, what?
Yo, man. I ain't gonna lie. Summer Walker.
Y'all are American, so it's like your view of showers and shit like that is just very.
Hold on.
You're not American?
You said you're not American, right? This is y'all American.
As of June, I am. So
She's a recent American.
Let me chill. But no, it's
Favorite
like
movies coming to America.
not every place has like showers and shit. You know what I'm saying? I know that when I go to Jamaica and I visit my family, like I'm not always taking a shower. Sometimes I literally have a bucket of water that I have to heat up and bring that in the bathroom.
No, that's what I'm talking about. That hood bitch shit. That's
So
what I'm
it's
talking
like,
about.
It's so especially if you're on a tour, and you're on a bus, you might end up fucking around having to do some shit like that. Like, depending on if you're running out of hot water, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I feel like people just are just trying to be hype. Like,
No, and that's real shit to even be on a more of a serious point, but that's even real shit culturally. Shit, but on some real shit though.
I ain't gonna lie.
Situational.
I just want to get the jokes off.
I know. I just want to get jokes off. But
Mo
look,
pulling out that Mr. Bucket.
but that shit is definitely situational. Like it also depends. Like if my shorty,
Mo, we definitely joking.
If my shorty is a clean shorty or whatever like that, and her job is not all extensive, like she motherfucking answers the phone fucking all day and shit like that. If she the fuck come home and talk about some she tired and she want to get right in the fucking bed or whatever like that, like what the fuck? I ain't gonna look. Man, that bitch dirty as shit. Like whatever like that. This shit. Yeah, the pussy still smell like roses. It's on and popping. Like the fuck you talking about? Like I don't get it.
What
She
happened?
get in your bed with the work clothes?
I'm not saying get right in the bed with.
I mean, that's how you made
Who
it
the
seem.
fuck gets right in there?
That's how you made it seem. You was like,
I'm
I'm
saying.
tired. I'm just like,
Babe, I'm tired. She takes off her clothes and get the fucking bed. Like I'm not gonna be like, oh damn, this bitch dirty.
We don't meet. First of all, I was just trying to get jokes off. Second of all, I don't mean in no situational type shit. I'm just saying. She said she don't take showers. She do baths. But people ran with the shower headline because obviously we had to talk jokes.
Now I don't think you should.
Now, do
take
Summer
baths.
Walker like the type that don't take showers though? I mean, she got a great R&B album, so I don't even give a fuck if she don't take any fucking
Obviously,
showers.
she definitely takes showers. Obviously, takes showers. Like, come on. Like, she got at least she has to take a shower.
Who else like they don't take showers?
She don't like take a bath every goddamn weird now. Like, she has to take a shower.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I got it down for taking a bath all the time.
So what you mean that?
Because that's too much work.
So you saying she's dirty?
A bath is extensive. Like you gotta wait for the water to run.
And not everywhere has a bath.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like everywhere doesn't have.
Like she's like, oh, no bath or no shower. I'm not.
Every bathtub is not fucking comfortable neither. Like what the fuck?
I gotta read the actual like direct quote because how I read it, what I heard was she don't take showers because she don't like water or some shit like that. That's what I read.
Let's run with it. Run with it then.
No, man.
That's talking some man.
That's dirty.
Nah, Summer Walker made.
I didn't hear it was just like, oh, I like taking baths instead. I heard it was like it
so
went a
how
little
she don't
deeper.
like water then?
And then I don't know. She was like, yo, here go my little bucket. Or like, here go my little bowl. It wasn't a bowl. It was a bowl or something, right? She like, here go my little bowl that I shower out of, and she had a little utensils in the bowl, and that's what I heard. I ain't do no deep dive on this shit.
She probably got the soils, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. Washing that shit in a little bucket, man.
The soils here, that shit is probably soil lead down there. Like fucking talking about
ringworms and shit.
all type of UTIs and shit. Like what the fuck? Like
Summer Walker got the fucking soils, man. What happened?
I think that was Armani.
There we go. There we go. We back.
All right, so that was a good. We can get down. I wanted like a little pun joke in there, but I lost it. But yeah. So we can leave that alone. Shout out to Summer Walker, man. Go listen to Over It. Like I said, best.
Yes,
R&B
man.
album
She
this year.
definitely got one of the best.
So this was Summer Walker that don't like baths.
Yeah, but I mean, the type of music.
Now you got a different opinion.
That's what I hate.
We're gonna talk about.
I hate
Nigga, I'm
Kanye.
fried.
We're gonna talk about.
I hate Kanye.
We gonna get into my man. We're gonna get into Armani, man. Let him know like your profession.
Her name is Summer Walker. She don't like baths, so you summer walking. Yeah, that shit stink, bro. I ain't trying to hear that shit, bro.
No,
I don't know what the fuck he just
I
trying to
don't
do
know
with her
what
name, bro.
I don't know what correlation you were just trying to put together
That shit
just
hot
now.
down there. Fucking
Yo,
hot,
man.
daddy. Hot, daddy. Nah, I don't want that shit. Nah,
Anyway, like I said, we
I
gonna
got
go
what
ahead.
she look like now.
She got face tats, bro.
Armani, so you yo, she do. She's
I don't know why I felt like I had to tell him that.
Yeah, if you looking off of first,
Summer
like,
Walker.
And I fuck with the music that I heard. Like,
Yo,
when she was
her
just playing.
album is like stupendous.
Stupendous. Niggas using words that they don't even use.
Oh,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, all right, that's a nigga. Never mind.
I don't give a fuck if you don't take no fucking showers. You keep making music like this.
Yeah.
Right, man.
Facts. But yeah, like I was trying to get into. So Armani, we can go ahead and talk about you, man. And, let the people know what it is. This nigga over here still living some walking shit.
Yeah, what?
Like a dirty joke.
Hey, yo.
This nigga gunna, yo, man, this nigga.
But she a cute little dirty joke. Like, that's cute.
Yeah, this nigga gunna, man.
Yeah.
I can't deal with this boy. He said she looked like a dirty joke.
Yo,
Straight from out the Badlands. Is she straight from out the Badlands?
yo, she looked like she just got right in the bed. Like, that man, like, she just like, fuck it.
Let me
She
see.
fresh off a concert, right in the bed.
I'm gonna mind my business on this one.
Yo, yeah, Armani trying to work with her in the future.
Yeah, yo, come on, yo. Why you fucking with yo, man?
Right now.
Oh, shit.
Anyway.
Definitely cute, though. Like, yeah, man, shit.
She dirty, but she cute though, so it's alright. These niggas, man. Alright, you good with Summer Walker?
Yeah, she good.
London on the track, I'm coming. You gonna hear this shit?
Right.
We trying to get him
And
on.
London definitely ready to square up.
Facts. He was trying to square with her.
That's his girl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, London ain't playing.
Oh, all right.
Y'all niggas-
Yeah, be ready.
Humble.
Okay.
Yeah, humble yourself, sir.
London on the track, boy.
Yeah,
Okay.
humble yourself, sir.
Bruh, fuck.
So yeah, Armani, man, what got you in the rapping, man? I know it's like a throw that shit out there, like, oh, we jumping into the shit, but
Right.
some off left
We
shit.
getting off a dirty joke.
That's how we trying to get off it though.
Fresh off of Dirty Jones. What got you into rapping? I was I've been doing it like for a minute. Like this way before like rapping was cool for her. You know what I mean? Like I was trying to get the homies to rap and shit. So this like, you know, it's gotta be like way like, I don't know, like second, third grade and shit. By the time I was like putting words together, I was already kind of like, I would say like I was in the, you know, all my grandfather down to all my uncles, all my cousins, they all play horns. So it was just kind of like a musical family. And I, like, you know, they had me on the choir when I was a kid. I wouldn't necessarily say I was like the standout person on the choir, but just being around music, I always wanted to do it. And
You look like a lead singer.
yeah.
He led a few hymns in this time. I can see it right now, right in the front.
I got a couple solos.
Gonna know the vibes because he was definitely a deacon, so he knows. He can spot him out. He can spot him out.
But the reason I asked what made you want to get into rapping is because you got like a unique type of like rap style to you.
Yeah,
like it's not like the typical Philly. You hear you and think Philly shit, or like, you know what I'm saying,
Right,
like how we've come to know rappers that come from where we from. So like when I first heard like you're rapping, I'm like, it's different. Like it's a different like type of, you know, style. So what also plays into like,
I mean, I don't know, like I grew up the same way everybody else did. Like when, you know what I mean, when Reed was the hottest thing in West and Southwest and shit, and you know what I'm saying, like I was on the same ways, but I think I just wanted to kind of like project it a little different. I didn't want to be, you know what I'm saying, the same as everybody else. I didn't really want to like, I don't know. I didn't really see I thought a lot of things was cool. I thought the DVD era was really cool, especially for me. Like it was inspiring growing up. Like my favorite rappers.
even if you didn't rap, it was
Right, exactly.
Right.
My favorite rappers was Reed, Joey, and Black Thought. You know what I'm saying? As a kid, so like just being, you know, in the city until you kind of like branched out. I was like rock. I was listening to Eminem. I was listening to Ludacris.
I was about to definitely, my bad for cutting you off.
you
Like
good.
try to elaborate on that. Like what was your influence?
Yeah, well, when I was a young boy, it was like on the rap thing. Like the first ever like real rap song I heard that made me want to like, all right, I want to do this was I heard "Kill You" by Eminem, and when I heard it, it wasn't like not necessarily like the subject matter. He's talking about killing his mom and shit, but necessarily the subject matter.
Eminem back then was definitely the bull.
Yeah. He was getting his drinks off, but like it wasn't necessarily subject matter that that like captured me. It was kind of just like skill, technique, and the fact that what I was listening to on the radio, it wasn't that. You know what I'm saying? Like it just kind of opened an avenue to say like, yo, you could rap or talk about whatever it is you want to talk about.
Right.
And the shit was cool for me because like, I don't know, I didn't really have that much to talk about. It was like fucking 6 or 7 or something. But like, right. But it just was still like, it was an avenue, it was a vessel. Like it felt like, ooh, like you could do this shit. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't, mind you, I didn't know how to get a beat. I didn't know where the beats came from or like how that whole process came together. But it was more so like, I was just writing songs, like more or less like poetry, and like in the back of my math books, in the back of my English books and stuff like that, was just writing whatever my thoughts was and made them rhyme. And that kind of, that just kind of like spiraled into once one of the homies from around the way, he taught me how to find instrumentals on LimeWire. And then another one of the homies.
Rest in peace, LimeWire. Rest in peace, LimeWire.
My man telling his age over here. He ain't no spring chicken.
Right, I'm tapped in. So, you know what I'm saying? He taught me how to find beats on LimeWire. And then from there, like just right around the time, this another one of my homies, he had ended up getting, his mom got him a microphone for Christmas. And it was like a whole mic, like little mic setup. And we just like, we was in the back room just learning how to use it. We didn't know what we was doing, but we was just learning how to use it and just making songs every day, making songs. And that was like my real kind of introduction to it. It wasn't really, I don't know, niggas didn't really want to rap. You know what I'm saying? Niggas wanted to ball, niggas wanted to hit the block, niggas wanted to do anything other than rapping. And I was trying to tell everybody else, like, yo, bro, just try it out. Like, just look, I'll write it for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was on that wave.
And how was you able to like try and separate that? Like, separate yourself from doing the norm and trying to keep staying focused on rapping?
I think what happened for me, I guess, for separating it was that the norm worked well in Philly. I didn't around by 8th or 9th grade, my mom had moved out of Philadelphia. So okay. I was living with my aunt. I was living with my aunt from like 6th, 7th grade. I was like over my aunt's house most of the time in Southwest, like right over there.
What was your high school?
I didn't go to high school in Philly for most of it. I graduated high school in Delaware. But in the meantime, I went to school in California. Okay. I went to PET.
Oh, so
downtown.
You moved around a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I bounced around to a bunch of different schools. So by the time I got to PET, by the time they let me in, they didn't even accept my credits. So they was like, yo, we not taking these California shits. We definitely not taking these Delaware joints. Like, you got to start back. I'm in 11th grade. They told me I had to start back as a freshman. So,
what? Oh yeah.
So I had no choice but to go back to Delaware and finish out in Delaware. Fuck that. So I would do like my Monday to Thursday in Delaware. Thursday night, I always convince my mom to go down to Philly, drop me off, or take the bus or something. I come back to Philly and just do the weekends in Philly. Mm-hmm. And you know what I'm saying? I did that through the end of high school. But just going around and being around so many different places, like it wasn't as like Philly worked in Philly. And I feel like Philly it's kind of honed this reputation of just like, man, everybody can spit, everybody can rap, everybody can get a bunch of bars off.
The home of the spitters.
Yeah, exactly. And like everybody can freestyle. Like, you know what I'm saying? This person got a hot song, give me the beat. I'm gonna rip that shit. I'm gonna run that joint, whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
so
saying?
What do you feel as though is needed to differentiate yourself, and what is do you feel like your market could be? Mm-hmm. Can be your home base Philly, or do you feel like that you might have to still tap into other markets to actually get the reception from Philly?
No. What I was gonna say was when I just branching out was that I noticed that a lot of Philly artists couldn't make songs at the time. Like now it's a little bit different, but back then a lot of Philly artists couldn't make songs. So I started to draw inspiration other places. That was the Kanye West's, that was just like, even just like outside of hip hop music, that was Janelle Monáe, that was going back to roots of James Brown, even the roots and Badu, whoever, but that was like going just, different elements and really trying to develop what the idea was as far as like song structure. Mm-hmm. And once I got that figured out, even cause I came back to Philly, I'm inspired by Philly. Like, you know what I'm saying? When I'm making music, I'm making music in Philly. But, you know what I mean? I don't think that necessarily, what's the word I want to say? Like, restricts me from having a Philly home base. Like, I think, you know what I'm saying? After running around, we dropped the song last year and just came back, and off that one song, we just played a show in Philly at the Foundry. and we sold it out. So
That's
you know what I'm
what's up,
saying.
man. That's
I think,
what's up.
and that's I know a lot of homies.
Big
I know-
time shit.
Thank you. I know a lot of people in the city that's popular. That's way more popular within the city than I am. And they'll do a show. It's them, about 7 other
People,
openers.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying a host, a DJ. You know what I'm saying? And it still don't sell out. So for me to just be able to do it, I just did it by me. It was me, my DJ, and a little homie. I invited him down, and he performed. And for me to still be able to sell that out.
That's what's up, man. Congratulations on that, man. That's what's
Where
up,
do you
man.
think
Because
some of your fan base comes from?
that shit ain't easy.
So where you think it comes from?
Where do you think some of your fan base come from? Because also, like you said that you travel around from like the different schools and things like that too.
Yeah. Say Kim.
Yeah. No, I want to say before you get on that, I want to say
Beehive.
Nigga, don't ask another question on top of that. I want him to answer.
No, he can answer that, but I'm saying, go ahead, answer that question.
Yeah,
They made me lose my fucking thought. I don't know what the fuck he said over there.
Think
but-
about it now.
Go ahead. Think about your question. So make sure you got it. Yeah.
We good.
Lock it in.
We good.
Nah, my fan base. I think I got a lot of fans in Philly. Obviously, that's like selling hard. I can sell hard tickets to. I got a lot of fans in most of the areas that I've toured in. So that's New York. A lot of fans in New York. A lot of fans in DC. I ain't even dig that like just that DMV area was so. You know what I'm saying? Like one thing I really fuck with about the DMV is
Shout out to the DMV. You already know what it is,
bro.
baby.
The shit is black. Like DC is black. Like Whole Foods in DC is black.
Baltimore.
Yes.
I didn't dig it, bro. I really didn't dig it.
Did
Black.
you go to college?
Yeah, but I ain't finished college, so I didn't get.
I ain't finished neither. Nigga, I did
Black.
a year and
Yeah.
a half at Cheney. Nigga, it was 90% of motherfuckers from
Yeah.
Baltimore,
Right.
DC,
Uh-huh.
nothing but black, thick,
East
lit,
Baltimore. What up?
having
You already know
ass,
what
yo.
time it is, baby.
You know what I'm saying? What's slicing? What's slicing, home, son?
Yeah. You slicing. Yeah.
Lafayette, what up?
Come on,
But
man.
I wanted to say when I first stumbled upon you or whatever, you know, when I first stumbled upon you, it was like when I seen, I'm like, oh, he big time, like he moving around. But at the same time, it's like, well, damn, why am I not really hearing this shit like here, like locally or whatever?
Right, yeah. That's the
And I want to say, because a lot of the time we come out here and we say, like, obviously who we widely regard as, you know, one of the top spitters here, we always say, like Sean Smith. I want to say I put you in that same category because
Yeah, shout out Sean.
yeah, y'all can out rap lyrically. I'll rap 98% of the motherfuckers that, you know, you listen to. But at the same time, it's like, well, damn, why am I not really hearing you guys like here? Like, why are y'all not on the same platform we feel as though the other people are on? And I want to know, like, how did that affect you, like, trying to, like, you know, branch out and get heard and kind of wasn't getting the same reception because you wasn't, like, you know, it was a different sound.
I mean, it's really marketing. Is the way you market it, and you know what I'm saying. I think for the last couple of years, I just looked at it on the sense of like I want to market this globally, and I didn't take as much time to sit down with you know, like with Philly shit, like, you know what I'm saying, all of the things that I think matter, like, you know what I'm saying, like even sitting down and doing something like this is really cool for me because it's like it's getting back to what I, you know what I mean, over time it was cool to go around, go this city, go to that city and do it, but it started to feel like every so once in a while, like I moved to in 2016, I lost my father, and once I lost my father,
Yeah,
I
man,
lost.
sorry to hear that,
That's
bro.
good. But once I lost my father, I had built the separation from the city. I couldn't really go home. I couldn't really sit in the city anymore. So I moved out. I moved over to LA, and you know what I mean. And it was cool being in LA, kind of like understanding the new culture, understanding like just different people. But every so once in a while, every 3-4 weeks, some shit, I throw a Headshots DVD on. I stop be sitting there like some more going on outside. I be rapping the whole shit, like, you know what I'm saying. But and it would just be like, you know what I mean, I was missing that piece of me. And so, you know, after a while, after we kind of built it up and we was like, oh, you know, we took these years to run around, do all the tours, do all these, like we done played, like we played the Red Rocks venue, that's 10,000 people. We done did like, you know, I toured with Vince Staples, and that's like, you know what I'm saying?
Right, that's what's up,
like,
man.
After doing all of these things, it was like, you know, it's like Vince is a Crip, like he has that's like LA culture, you know what I'm saying? Like all of these people have their own culture. I was like, damn, like I really want to get back to my culture. I really want to do things that, you know what I'm saying, back in the city. So I think now is more importantly like, you know, going back and saying like, okay, well what's going on in Philly? How can I, like, you know, contribute to that? And I think that's less of a me coming in with my approach and me kind of understanding what someone else's approach is. So that's like I can't come in and be like, yo, I'm Armani White. This is how I do shit. Like, fuck, y'all gotta fuck with me, Philly. It's more so like, okay, Philly, this is how y'all operate. This is the landscape. Let me jump in. Let me offer my, contributions. Let me do, do whatever it is for me to rise up in the rank. Like I've been cool with it just because like there's like the partial space of there's certain areas where somebody I could pop up and this person know who I am, that person know who I am. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even before y'all came in, we was downstairs, you know what I'm saying? I was on the phone with him. The homie stopped me. Yo, Armani White, what. But, you know what I mean? For the most part, I just moved back to Philly. Just got a crib back in Philly, and I could walk all around the motherfucker. I could walk up and down whatever block. And niggas, that if I'm not from that neighborhood, most niggas don't know who the fuck I am. And it's cool because, you know what I'm saying? Nobody like, oh, word, that's where you stay at? I bet. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have to worry about shit. You ain't got to worry about that.
Now, do you believe, like, with all, like, how you saying your life went as far as moving around and things like that, do you think that helped your career, or you think you'd have still been the artist you was if you'd have stayed home?
Like, I eat like a Tierra Whack kind of same like kind of thing.
Yeah,
but,
I mean, even Tierra was moving around a lot. It was behind the scenes. Like, I think Tierra, a lot of the shit that I was doing, I would run into Tierra at. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, I think. I don't know. Again, like I think that goes back into the separation from the city thing that I was talking about. Like for a while, when I was in high school, I know when I was like going to school in Delaware, I felt like this. I felt this pressure to kind of prove myself. Like, nah, I'm from Philly. Like, you know what I'm saying? When I go home, I got to do the most. I got to draw. I got to really make a statement. Like, no, I'm home.
I catch a body,
bro.
Yeah.
And that's really our Philly shit.
Yeah, like I was on South Street running with everybody. I'm running up and down 40. Like all that shit I was drawn. So like, once I kind of got out of it and just became myself, I was like, man, I don't have to do that shit no more.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
right.
I don't have to make a name for myself no more. It's like, nigga, you know my name or you don't know my name. I don't give a fuck. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I think, but that, that approach again is, I feel like, what kind of pulled me away from the city, because as I grew separation from it, I didn't really care enough to be like, nah, but I still want to be important, right? I still want to make sure this matters and do these things that I think make sense. I don't even remember what the fucking question was, but
if you never really get that validation, do you think that will that even matter at the end of the day?
No, I mean, yeah, you definitely want to be able to come back to your backyard, and you know what I'm saying.
You want to be solidified.
Yeah, exactly. You want to be like the goal, no matter where the fuck you go. Like,
you want to be respected. I feel as though and looked at, not to answer for you, but just be. Oh, he came from this place.
Right, and it's cool for me now because when I was a young boy, like, you know what I'm saying, and I got like my brother, he just came home. We was running around doing all the goofy shit when we was kids, and then he went away. Like, you know what I mean, he did a long ass bid for it. He just coming home, and it's cool because I get to watch it in retrospect. Like, more or less, he's a live version of me. You know what I mean, like 10 years ago, and what I would have looked like 10 years later had I not changed, had I not moved around and shit like that. So it's like being able to see that I noticed what was important to me back then and what's important to me now, and I know back then if I would have came up and still tried to do the rapping thing, I know, like, for anybody like inner city kids growing up in the hood, it's like you want to make sure niggas know you from that hood, and you this and that.
I feel you, bro.
I don't care about that stuff anymore. You know what I'm saying? So when I'm going into it, it's saying like I want to be recognized. I want to be recognized for being able to put good music out. I want to be recognized for being able to give back, for being able to like help this person out, help families out, help give the same type of energy that was given to me to help me get back on my feet. Because when I was fucked up, I needed that. You understand what I'm saying? So like I'm going at it with a whole different approach, and if I want to be recognized, respected, known globally, whatever it is, it's not because like, you know what I'm saying, because I'm standing on this corner with 20 niggas and you see them 20 niggas, you know what I'm saying? It's a whole different outlook. So I'm a lot more, I think, while I do think it might have hurt the initial growth of it, you know what I'm saying, as far as like me coming up, and like if I would have came up in the city, just like primarily in the city, not bouncing around a bunch of different places, it would have been a much more like of a solid nucleus. I'm respectful to the fact that I was able to grow in a lot of different areas, because it helped me mold myself and become a man, and understand like just different characteristics. That's a lot more important.
All right, what do you feel as though you need to make that like that record? Because that's really all it takes for real.
Yeah, 100%.
And sometimes it takes the market, and pretty much like if you can build your fan base, pretty much if somewhere else can love you, Philly will definitely gravitate once they start.
Philly get there.
It's a love-hate thing.
Yeah, shout out like
That's a
Lil
love-hate
Uzi.
thing.
Lil
So
Uzi,
that's what I'm
perfect.
saying. So basically, like, what do you feel as though that you need to do to make that record that will basically start that pot for you?
I just think that's research. Like that, if I could ball it up into any word, like, you know, is really understanding, you know, for Philly in general. Like there's certain records that go off in Philly. There's certain records that go off in Chicago that don't go off in anywhere else. You know what I'm saying? Like I like when I was in Chicago, I learned so many goddamn drill songs that I don't even know the name of anymore. But when I was down there, I was like, damn, this shit about, like, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out to FBG Duck.
Yeah, like you know, it's a whole bunch of, when I was in London, it was a whole bunch of niggas that I just like, I'm like, damn, like this shit, you know, if I heard this shit in Philly, I'd be like, yo, turn this whack shit off. But like we in the club in London and everybody yelling it, it's like, man, this shit kind of hard, like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so I think that just comes with research, and not research as in like sitting down on the computer, but research as in like being inside the city, being like, you know what I'm saying, like really, like I like this whole last year, from like November to 2 weeks ago, I've been on the road. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like it's been nonstop on the road. When I wasn't on the road, I was in California. Then when the lease
As
was
you
up,
should
I was
be, though.
in between.
As you should
you know
be,
what I'm
man.
saying? Like just in between a bunch of cities. So now that we rolling out this project, you know what I'm saying, it's cool because we get to roll this project out, do the press runs, and then I get to fall back and really just like nest inside the city again and really like become a part of Philadelphia again.
For you to be an underground artist, what advice can you give to another artist that's trying to like, say, like move around and tour and things like that?
And I go back to research. Like nobody really highlights research as much as important as it is, because what happened with me, my
Right
uncle
here is a deadly motherfucker.
Yeah, so my uncle, he told me, my uncle was laughing. My uncle was like, man, we came up back in the day, man. We was the 52nd Street Boys, and we used to go take the L and battle the Overbrook Boys, and that was Will Smith and his group. Then we take the train and go battle the whatever boys, and that was LL Cool J, blah, blah, blah. And but he was like, you know, y'all got it so much easier because y'all got the internet. And I didn't understand, and that's why I was telling homie downstairs, is like, he was asking me like about doing shows, like, you know, like we want to get more shows done. I was like, bro, keep it honest with you. I toured all year, and I toured all year, and we did a 2-month run. And that 2-month run, I gained, like, after doing 2,000, 2,500 people a night, you know what I'm saying? Then we did Hammerstein. That was like 3,800 people in one room. After doing that, I gained maybe 1,500 to 2,000 new fans, like solid people, you know what I'm saying, that followed me on another joint, that followed me on Spotify, on Instagram, whatever, 2,000 people. I put a video up, and one weekend got 5,000 new people. It's like the biggest stage was in your pocket, you know what I'm saying? Like it ain't, you know, it's not running into all these different cities. And, you know, damn, what the fuck was the question? I be going to these
But
things,
when you
bro.
run into the people,
But
in
that's
the
what I'm
city,
saying. Do you think
that's
that-
solid fans though? That's
Right.
That's like,
do you attribute
100%.
that to going to all these cities? So you feel like the need is for motherfuckers really to get out here?
Oh yeah, no. Well, again, that's what I was saying. My bad. I caught on now. I think what he had told me, my uncle, the advice that he gave me was, he said, you should always know 50% of what you're willing to pay somebody 100% to know. So if you wanna get a video done, at least know how to shoot a video, how to edit a video. Because if you can't get a videographer, you want to do that shit. If you wanna get a song done, at least know how to record a song. At least know how to slightly mix a song. Because if you can't pay for one, you gonna have to do it. You dig what I'm saying? So, and at which point, it was way less about me writing music. Like and I know a lot of artists, you know, they want to sit in the studio all night to make music, and you know, like, all right, if I'm gonna get a catalog of 100 songs. I know a lot of artists with 100 songs, and they have no way of getting those 100 songs out. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't know what to do with that catalog. So I spent nights on nights just researching like, okay, what event do I need to be at? When I go to that event, such and such is performing. Who's working with such and such? You know what I'm saying?
Gotta
Like
be strategic.
yeah, exactly. So when I go there, I know who I'm going. I know who I'm talking to, and it's like these are like what I also learned was that a lot of the people who are actually important dress up in dingy white t-shirts and sweatpants. That's the millionaires in the room. You know what I'm saying? That's the ones that actually can do something for you. They in the back by the bar drinking it. You know what I mean? Like, ain't gonna say too much, but you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people run after the jewels, run after this and that. Whoever got a VVS on or whatever, it's like them. They more or less puppets, and I don't know. I learned a lot of that information early on. So I just at that point it was just doing research because you want to be able to build leverage. I think even as an unsigned artist, you want to be able to build leverage because if you plan on going to a label at some point, if you plan on working with a partner at some point, like you want to be able to do checks and balances and know you don't want to be able to just kind of like be like, all right, I'm signing this paper. You gonna do all the hard work for me. You gonna do all the homework. It's more so when you sign that paper, that's when the real hard work begins. You know what I'm saying? I learned that a lot of different ways, but because we not speaking on the terms of like trying to get the label's attention. I done turned down every fucking label for the past year. Just kind of was like, yeah, that don't make sense. That don't make sense. And just more or less, I think if the more leverage you build and the more you understand how to do what you want to do, like on your own, even if that's not, the end all be all, even if you don't want to do your own work, at least know how to do your own work. Right. That's the best advice you can give anybody who wants to be independent.
And let me ask you, real quick, what do you feel as though was like the turning point for you, where you feel as though it made you realize like, all right, I'm actually going somewhere with this shit. Like like I feel like this is like I'm gonna make something out of this.
Right. I did the joint. It was just one record again. We did the Stick Up record, and Pigeons and Planes picked it up as a blog. And from there, I was going to DSU at the time. I was taking classes at DSU. I was just bullshitting in the back of class. I'm like editing this video. We shot it on 40th Street, and editing the video, whatever. And I'm like, all right, man, look good to me. Fuck it. I uploaded it and closed my computer. I left class early, and I'm just playing pool. One of my little homies from New York, he coming, yo, son, that shit crazy, son. So I'm like, fuck is you talking about? He like, man, your video, I just seen it on Pigeons and Planes. I said, what? And mind you, we used to push songs so hard. Like we used to spam niggas on Twitter. We used to email niggas. We used to do all that. Be on niggas' Facebook walls and shit. We was doing the extras just to get like 10K streams, 10K plays, something like that. And so when we did that record, from me dropping the video and posting it up to me playing pool to me getting some Chick-fil-A and going home, it had maybe 40,000 plays. I said, whoa, what the fuck? But by the end of the week, it had 100,000. You know what I'm saying? By the end of the month, it had 200. I was like, damn, like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? So at that point, some people reached out to me. It was like they want to work with me on the management tip. And, you know what I'm saying? That was the first time I seen New York. You know what I'm saying? I'm still like 19 at the time. So this is the first time I'm seeing like New York running around. And there's a couple homies. That was when I met, I think, was it Gold Link? Yeah, we was with Gold Link. Gold Link signed his deal. And we stayed in this nice ass New York hotel on like the 54th floor or something like that. Like it was just like a reality that
like this shit is
that I always heard about. Right, I always heard about it, but you never actually like seen it come into fruition. And that was like the kickoff point. It hit a real low spot when my father passed because I stopped doing everything. I stopped writing music. I stopped performing. I reached out to everybody who was working with me, and I was like, yo, I'm gonna take a step back. They didn't know why until he passed. Once I found out he had cancer, that's when I called him. I'm gonna take a step back, and then I was like, radio silence until he passed. Then they tried to step back in and whatever, and then more or less everything kind of like fell apart. And I had a homie I had just made a song with. It was like some random song. I was like, man, I'm around. Might as well do a studio session with this white guy named Louis Futon. He's an electronic producer. Did a little record with him, and the record went off. Like, you know what I'm saying? It paid well. Like the shit was good. And so the next year, I'm still kind of like in my feelings, trying to get out my head about the whole shit. He was like, he called me asked me where I was at. I said, I'm in Philly. He said, look, man, I don't know what your schedule's like, but I want to take you on tour. You know, niggas start lying. Damn, I'm going to see if I can move this around, and I'm going to see if I start lying, making shit up. Took me on tour. He showed me the world. Like, he showed me, I did my first festival with him. I did a bunch of other festivals with him. I did, then I went, just went through the whole circuit from, like, the whole West Coast. We rode up and down it on tour. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's, like, first time seeing, like, 1,500 people, 4,000 people in one room. It's the first time I'm ever seeing shit like that. So that was when it kind of, like, came real again. And he, what he did was, he told me, he was like, look, I stay at my girl crib for the most part. So what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to let you have this crib. Like, I'm going to let you stay here for as long as you need to. Get your shit together. He said, whoever you need to meet while you out here, he's out in L.A. He said, whoever you need to meet while you out here, whoever you need to run into, you know what I'm saying, go have all your meetings, go do whatever it is. He left the mic in the room. He said, you know what I'm saying, mic set up, record whatever music you need to record. Just get your shit together. He's like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, and I that's what I did, bro. I ran in every meeting that I could have possibly made. I start faking meetings. I emailed a nigga from Apple and just like, yeah, yo, thank you for such and such. He never emailed me back, but I had his email. So I run down to Apple. I type his name in. I tell the lady, like, yeah, I'm here to see such and such.
Right.
She's like, all right, cool. He get down there, had no idea who I was. But on top of it, I was like,
that's how you supposed to do it, though, bro.
We sat
That's
down.
how you supposed to do it,
We
man.
sat down and I was like, either he gonna leave, he gonna get up and be like, yo, the jig is up, nigga, I don't know who you are.
Right.
Or he gonna lead his meeting wanting to know who I am. You know what I'm saying? And I did everything I could. I broke my shit down. I was like, yo, this is who I am. I'm from this city. I'm doing this. I'm saying I went through this and this. I came out on top. I got this out of it. I made this project, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. And like, to this day, that's like my big brother. Like, the nigga pull moves and pull strings for me at Apple. Like, to this day, I can call him. I need this. I need that. You know what I'm saying?
That's heavy,
but
man.
that was when, like, that was the turning point of it all. When I really, like, it was just I took that whole 50% of 100, and I just got back on my Grizzy. And,
So that's a
what I'm
bar.
saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
That's just a bar.
But yeah.
Before we go ahead and I get to the end, I want to say, as far as like meeting people, like, is there anybody you met where you feel like was like surreal, where like you kind of like had like a fan moment and was like, oh shit.
Damn, yeah. Who did I meet that was like? I met Debo one time. The nigga choked me. Bro, he was like
Full circle of
Friday. On Friday shit. He was like, yeah, you ready for this picture? I said, yeah. He's like, all right. He's like, just count down for 3. I said, all right. I'm like, 3, 2. By the time I got about to say 1, I just felt this big ass hand on my neck. I said, ah!
Oh, shit.
You know what I mean? But I met I met Debo. I met a bunch of random celebrities. I met the nigga Fabo that used to lift his leg up and do the
Just talking about them niggas. They made the list.
As they should have.
I met a bunch of just random celebrities over time. Not damn, I can't even.
All right, we can switch that.
Yeah.
Dream collaboration. Like who do you want to work with?
I think a dream collaboration would be either Childish Gambino or Tyler the Creator.
Okay.
Last question: how many fans you fuck?
Oh yeah, it's lit. This gonna be the headline. My man just talked about all this great shit coming from the saying within. Armani White says he's fucked 60 different in a week.
with Gold Link.
Plead the fifth.
Yeah, I definitely got to plead the fifth. I'm gonna say. I have not fucked as many fans that I've wanted to fuck.
Okay.
That's respectfully.
That's
respectfully.
I can definitely say that.
That's respectfully.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
That's respectfully. All right, man. Anything else, man? We gonna wrap up, man. But appreciate you, bro, for coming through, man.
Thank you for having me.
Finally,
Appreciate it, man.
Does the demographic know that you be having niggas in here at 2 a.m? And then let me tell you, let me paint the scene. Cause mind you, I ain't been in Southwest since this was the Amoroso's building. So
Real nigga shit.
This
so the nigga, he sent me the address. I jump out the Uber. I'm like, wait, nah, this ain't.
Hold on, this is
Yeah, right. I'm calling him. He talking about, yo, my phone not working. I said, yo, he about to get me line, bro. Like, I don't see shit. I don't see. It's just dark, and I see a car come around the corner slow. I said, man, this it.
Yo,
I
knew the energy when the nigga called me. I'm like, this nigga probably think I got him outside waiting. Niggas gonna pull up.
I said, damn, bro. I said, man, y'all shoot this podcast in South Philly, don't y'all, nigga? Yo, whole other section.
Yo.
This part of Southwest definitely look like lineup central.
Exactly. That's why I'm like, let me call this nigga.
I ain't
I
gonna
call
lie,
him and say, yo, bro, pull up with my man outside. I don't know. You saying me, I'm thinking
I
that's going
have
on.
to
Yes.
tell niggas that come here be like damn near before or the same time you are about to get
Bro.
because niggas will think you are about to get them lines.
Exactly, man. Nah, I take my job very, very seriously. No, they don't know that.
I didn't even call you at first. I was just like, damn, that's it. Like, yeah, he really about to call.
He said, yeah, this
niggas
is
really
it,
about to hit
man.
this corner on me, bro.
Yeah,
But we good.
this
We good,
I
bro.
said, this is it, man.
Now, let the any
Trust
song,
me, we
any
good.
song you want us to play for.
Yes,
if
you
you
the
wrap
artist
this
of the
up,
week, man.
give us a song or something like, or we just pick
Yeah, I mean, public school. I think public school is a good
public
joint.
school and let them know where they get.
If we can find
they
you
can find you at.
You can find me Armani Blanco on everything on Twitter. Armani Blanco at Armani Blanco on Instagram. I don't know if there's any other social media that niggas get on nowadays.
These niggas be on like Plenty of Fish.
whatever.
And like,
What
you
the
know.
hell is Plenty of Fish, bro?
Yo,
Oh, you got, see, you got plenty of fans, so you got.
Tinder.com/Armani White.
You know what I'm saying? We gonna go ahead and play public school then.
Oh, you got like that.
Oh shit.
Damn.
come on, right, man. Do my
No, I don't get the pill. I don't get the.
No,
song.
man, you getting the pill, man.
Gotta do my man justice.
Inside the pill copy. Wait, let me see. Talk, man. Oh, thank you for listening. If you listen,
Hey,
please
yo,
subscribe
man.
on.
Hey, yo, power is getting out of hand, man.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Power's getting out of hand. Yo, shout out to Ice motherfucking Studios, Global Tunes.
Right,
You already know
facts.
Stitcher.
Shout out to my man Shaw on the fucking boards.
It's a fact.
I was trying to make this little bit of water last, bro.
Yeah, Armani White Public School, man. Go run that shit up. Shout out to my guy for coming through, man.
Title, run that shit up on title.
Especially title. Hey,
Especially title. I get paid more.
yeah, Toshi, we gonna talk, Toshi.
Yo, talk that shit.
Yo, shout out to Toshi, bro. I got some crazy stories about Toshi.
Yeah, we gonna
A
talk.
lot of people do. So, yo, but yeah, talk that shit. Let them know where they can find.
You already said it, bro.
I know, no.
Yeah.
But still, so what? Nigga, say that shit again so they can know for sure, motherfucker.
Armani White Public School.
Armani White Public School and everything.
Exactly.
Keep in touch, dropping on November 8th. That's the project.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, keep in
And-
touch.
See?
November
You finally
8th.
did a good deed.
And before we leave, yo, again, we having a show November 10th, man. Come out, fuck with the Lit Kings, man.
Yeah.
We at Voltage Lounge. Let's get it.
Let's get it.
Give them drop the address.
Vultures Lounge.
Voltage
Like 421 North 7th Street.
Right, man.
Spring Garden or some shit.
If Philly know
Call
what
us, we
Voltage Lounge
outside,
is.
DM the niggas.
Right, man. And DJ Dior is definitely gonna be on the board.
Yo. But real shit though, if you want to get in this motherfucking concert pre-order ticket wise, you have to cop up on these motherfucking t-shirts. Otherwise than that, it's $20 at the door and $20 for a ticket, but it's $15 for a t-shirt and you get into the concert free. Hey, but it's not really free because you know it's $15 for the t-shirt.
And now we'll send us home.
And Gunna, you know
Bundle
what it do?
deals.
It's the Kings, nigga.
Big John, man.
Definitely.